Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here. Well, President Trump has finally fixed one of his most monumental mistakes in his career. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the fact that he has just authorized the federal government to arrest someone and have up to 10 years in prison if they vandalize our state monuments. Thank you, President Trump, because we are losing our history on a daily basis now. Let me show you, for starters, some of our history that has already been attacked because we've had multiple monuments ripped down. And it didn't matter if they have some kind of quote unquote bias or not. They are literally after any statue, even statues of guitarists, to statue of our founding fathers, to statues of now white Jesus Christ. No joke. Every other color is allowed, but not the white one, according to the left. But here we are. Frontpagemag.com. Here are the heroes whose statues Black Lives Matter, who is admitted, by the way, to being a Marxist group or training in Marxism. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. But here are the statues that they have targeted and attacked. And I'm just going to kind of brief them here. But we have the statue of Raoul Wallenberg, the Swedish diplomat who saved thousands of Jews during the Holocaust. It had nothing to do with any kind of bias, right? Moving down a little bit, the statue of Churchill vandalized in London. In Washington, D.C., the Lincoln Memorial. Hey, this is Lincoln here. Guess that didn't matter. And the National World War II Memorial. Then we have here, moving down a little bit, Louis the 16th. He was basically graffitied and lost his hand. Here we have in Scotland, a statue of Robert the Bruce was vandalized. They put racist king and BLM. A lot of them are being graffitied with that. Even more randomly, the waiting statue in Harrisburg of a man literally reading a newspaper while waiting for a bus. Somehow that's deemed racist, right? And then we have others here. They're not even giving minority statues a pass, right? A memorial to 3 lynched Black men was defaced in Duluth, Minnesota. Statues of Gandhi were vandalized in New York and Washington, D.C. And then over in London, in Bristol, England, a statue of a Jamaican playwright. They just poured bleach on the statue. And then over in El Paso, Texas, we have Don Juan, a Spanish conquistador that was defaced. And it wasn't just that particular conquistador. It was also many other acts of vandalism that were happening against the Catholic churches and the Orthodox Jewish synagogues, defacing a lot of the statues that they had. But it goes on. In Wasco, California, St. John, the evangelical church, mostly a Latino congregation, they messed with that. Then it goes on in Alabama, right? They didn't just go after a lot of the Confederate memorials, right? They also went after the World War I Doughboy Memorial. And then a statue honoring Thomas Jefferson was set on fire by a mob. In Montana, they also attacked a World War I doughboy, which was vandalized. And in Pittsburgh, they did another World War I memorial. Then we have the Griffin's Veteran Memorial Park monuments in Atlanta. They were all vandalized with BLM. Christopher Columbus also vandalized. In Houston, a Columbus statue was donated by the Federation of the Italian American Organizers of whatever. You keep moving on there. But basically, they placed a noose around its neck. In Miami, the statues of Columbus and Ponce de Leon were also messed with, and there's some more listed in there. Also, a statue of Caesar Rodney, one of the founding fathers and singer of the Declaration of Independence, a statue of General Phillips, a member of the Continental Congress and the father-in-law of Alexander Hamilton. Then we have a Polish national hero monument who served on the Continental Army that was completely destroyed. The statue of General Kazimierz Polsek, who fought for the American independence, defaced. In Boston, a statue of Abigail Adams, the wife of John Adams, was vandalized, even though she was highly opposed to slavery. And look, there's a lot more on this. I'm not going to get into all of them, but a lot of our stuff is being defaced. Even right now, St. John's Church there in D.C., where President Trump held the Bible, has been defaced. But you see, the reality of it is, this isn't about anything other than our history being destroyed by Marxists. It has nothing to do with race or the symbology behind it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be destroying, Abigail Adams or the Lincoln Memorial or some of our memorials to freaking musicians and artists. This is about degrading our history to usher in Marxism, communism, and it's an admitted agenda. Not only that, but now they're after Christians. Take a look here, Infowars.com. Now's call for statues of Jesus, churches to be destroyed. Race Baiter says depictions of Jesus are a form of white supremacy. No joke. Who does this come from? Well, it comes from a BLM agitator, Sean King. And here's what he said. Yes, I think the statues of white European they claim is Jesus should also come down. They are a form of white supremacy, always have been. In the Bible, the family of Jesus wanted to hide and blend in. Guess where they went? Egypt, not Denmark. Tear them down. That's what he says, right? Well, I got something for you. Jesus, by the way, statues and pictures and images of Jesus, Sean King, come in every color, race, and creed. People usually put that in their culture so that they can culturally relate to Jesus, right? We know he was a Jew. We know that. But people have it in every color. But yet you're saying it's not allowed to have a white Jesus, but everything else is okay? I mean, give me a break. This has gone above and beyond. And look, if you guys aren't on Restricted Republic, we've got so much information that you guys need to hear about. Look, there is additional things that I want to tell you guys that are all available there. We are getting censored into oblivion here on social media platforms, and there's so much more information there that I can share with you guys. And right now, if you use that code BAND, you can get an amazing discount. But you want more information, you're gonna need to go there. But let's get into how President Trump has finally fixed this monumental mistake of our history being torn down. Here's a tweet that he sent out. I have authorized the federal government to arrest anyone who vandalizes or destroys any monument, statue, or other such federal property in the U.S. with up to 10 years in prison per the Veterans Memorial Preservation Act or such other laws that may be pertinent. This action is taken immediately, but may also be used retroactively for destruction or vandalism already caused. There will be no exceptions. Thank you. That's huge. The amount of monuments that we've already lost, not in the name of any kind of real racism or bias, but just because we have Marxists and Antifa destroying our culture. Should have done that a long time ago. Meanwhile, we've lost our history. And why? From this. Here's this article on the spectator.info. BLM co-founder admits their goal is to just get Trump out and alienate Black supporters. This was on CNN. Our goal, the protests and everything, it's not really about racism or equality or social justice. It's about getting President Trump out. I mean, really? Here's another thing you need to see, and this is on The Blaze. Black Lives Matter founder admits organization's creators are trained Marxists. BLM's goal is to get Trump out. That's it. They're trained in Marxism. This is all part of the 45 goals, and we have the Communist Manifesto, Rules for Radicals. We have all these books I've read, by the way, and they are playing to the T. I wish, in all honesty, if people would read those books, sometimes you could see how all of that's playing out and how their agendas are now underway. Maybe that could wake up some of the sleeping half, that they actually are going lockstep with communism directly into bondage here in the U.S. It's crazy where we're at as a country. Anyhow, I want to encourage you guys, please don't forget to check out my partner at healthwithlisa.com. Look, this stuff has really done amazing things. The collagen for my skin, I've been taking it now for a couple of months. And I want to encourage you to make sure you're taking vitamins, supplements, especially during this time. But this collagen, you can mix it in your coffee. You can mix it in a shake. It goes well in either. And I've usually done it in my coffee in the morning, but if I have a shake, I'll mix it in that. But check it out at healthwithlisa.com. And you can see they've got videos and stuff there for you to watch. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.